The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Ottumwa Bulldog basketball is coming your way on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the court with the voice of your Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High basketball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. From Evans Middle School, the home of the Bulldogs. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Annie Argo is our on-site video producer. Kyle Smith, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. It is a Tuesday night Iowa Alliance crossover matchup as your Ottumwa Bulldogs take on the Trojans of Waterloo East. Now, we are getting an early start tonight. Normally, we start our conference games at 6:15 for girls, 7:45 for boys, the tip-off times, but it is a long drive, of course, for Waterloo East, and it is a school night, a Tuesday night, so they agreed to move the start time up half an hour, so our girls' game will schedule to tip at 5:45. It'll be a few minutes later than that as the warm-up period has just started for varsity girls. And then the boys' game approximately 7:15, but again, that will be, 15-20 minutes after the girls' game ends. So in our girls' matchup tonight, Ottumwa comes in with a record of 5-5, and they are coming off that expected blowout victory over Des Moines East. And I don't know how much you can read into that game. And I used to say that when we would play North and win by a bunch. 75-3, the score Friday night. Ottumwa, we always say they just want to take care of business in those games. But in this case, they took care of business in quite an extreme way, as Camden Krause had 18 points, Nellie Morgan had 13 points, and East did not score until the fourth quarter. Ottumwa's defense had something to do with that. Obviously, East is a struggling program, but Ottumwa, as we said and have said over the course of the season, their hallmark is defense. They lock down, sometimes they press, but mostly it's just that tough half-court defense. And when you're a team that struggles offensively like East does, points were very difficult to come by. I don't think anybody in the gym wanted East to get shut out on Friday night, and they didn't. They hit a free throw late and then got a field goal, so they did score. But Ottumwa just ran away with it in a way that I did not even expect. And again, well, you can't read much into that because almost everybody Ottumwa plays is going to be a tougher test than East was. It was good to see the Bulldogs find some rhythm. They found some shooting rhythm. Ottumwa was 7 of 20 from three-point range at 35%. That's pretty respectable for a high school girls game. And they shot 54% overall as a team, so it was good to see some shots fall. You had some players get a lot of playing time that don't normally get a lot of playing time. Emma Hunger, Veda Monahan got some extra playing time. That could be good. Cameron Paul's got some extra playing time. That's good for them as their careers continue. And now tonight they'll step up and take on a Waterloo East team that comes in at 5-9. The Trojans, let's see, they've been blown out twice by their rivals in Waterloo, Waterloo West. Waterloo West, a very good team. They've been dumped by Mason City. They beat Des Moines Hoover pretty badly. Close losses to Fort Dodge, Burlington, and Ames. Ottumwa was beaten Burlington easily, also has a close loss to Ames. Waterloo East has beaten Des Moines East 55-11, so blew them out as well. The other Waterloo East wins are over Charles City. We mentioned Hoover, we mentioned East, Columbus Catholic, and then they've beaten Marshalltown, which is the team Ottumwa will face at the end of the month. So Waterloo East has some wins, some against smaller schools, a couple of wins in Iowa Alliance play, but they have been a struggling program. Now they have improved. If you go back and look at their history, they were a winless team as recently as 2019-2020, and they only won 5 games the past 2 seasons, but they've got 5 wins this year, so they are improving, and they've got some players you got to watch out for. Jalea Stanford, averaging 11.5 points a game, leads them in scoring. Now, they only average about 40 points a game, but Ottumwa's not much higher than that, even with the 75 points they put up on Friday. So it's an interesting matchup between these two squads. And for Ottumwa, as we said before the East game, it's a stretch of 3 games, home against Des Moines East, home tonight against Waterloo East, on the road Friday at Des Moines Hoover. 3 games that on paper Ottumwa looks like they should win. They got the win over Des Moines East. If they can get the win over Waterloo East tonight, they should handle Des Moines Hoover for the second time on Friday and hopefully carry some momentum into a tougher stretch of the season coming up in the final week of January when we'll see Washington, Des Moines North, and Marshalltown. So, you know, right now this is a game where Ottumwa on paper feels like they should be the better team, but we said that last week when we played Ames. Ottumwa didn't play well, lost that game by 5. Hopefully the Bulldogs learn something from that as they get ready for tonight's game. Right now, let's take a 3-minute timeout. We will continue with more of our pregame show, Ottumwa and Waterloo East, on a Tuesday night right here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog girls and boys hosting Waterloo East tonight. Don't know if this is the first ever meeting between the two schools. Obviously, they've not played each other in recent history. The go-bound/quick stats records go back to the early 2000s, and of course, there's a lot of basketball history for these schools before that, but they've never been in the same conference before this year, and any meetings they might have had further in the distant past, obviously they haven't met recently, so you know, nothing to judge from there, but we can look at the tail of the tape between the Trojans and the Bulldogs. You know, Waterloo East, actually, their scoring average is a little bit higher than what I saw yesterday. They were missing a couple games of stats, but they may have put those in. The Trojans averaging 45.8 points per game. Ottumwa's averaging 43.1. It's on the defensive end where Ottumwa's been better this year. The Bulldogs only allowed 32 points a game. East has allowed 50.5. Ottumwa shoots 31.9% from the field. Waterloo East 29.8%. The Bulldogs are 22.5% from three-point range. Waterloo East 20%. Free throws, Ottumwa 45%. Waterloo East just under 55%. The Bulldogs pull down 34.5 rebounds a game. Waterloo East only 24. Rebounding is where Ottumwa really makes its hay against teams, even teams that are bigger than them. And Waterloo East is not a bigger team. This is a game where Ottumwa will certainly not be at a disadvantage size-wise. It might even have a bit of an advantage. And if the rebounding holds up, then OHS should be in good shape. Bulldogs average 11.5 assists per game. Waterloo East averages about 8.5. Waterloo East does steal the ball 14 times a game. Ottumwa at 8 steals a game. And the Bulldogs turn it over 15.5 times a game. Waterloo East not bad at just over 12 turnovers per game. Bulldogs again 5-5 on the season. Waterloo East 5-9. They've played 4 more games than Ottumwa, but at this point, it's not like early in the year when Ottumwa had a lot fewer games and was still really settling in. We played a couple matchups where we only had maybe 4 or 5 games. The other team had 9 or 10. Bulldogs still have to get caught up a little bit in terms of games played, but both teams have played enough that they've settled into who they are, although they are still both looking to improve over the course of the season. About 3.5 minutes until they introduce lineups here, so we'll take another 3-minute timeout and return with the starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Hi, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. We specialize in geriatrics, internal medicine, family practice, and we see patients of all ages. We have an entire pediatrics team ready to serve you year-round. We also have quick care walk-in available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. From babies to grandparents and everything in between, we are here for you at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercy1.org.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs in Waterloo East. Let's check the starting lineup first for the Waterloo East Trojans. Their head coach, William Muhammad. In the backcourt, 5'7" freshman Grayson Downing, averaging 7.5 points and 3 rebounds a game. The second guard, Jalea Stanford, 5'5" junior, their leading scorer, 11.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. At the 3 spot, Jemiah Caesar, 5'7" sophomore, about 8 points and 5 rebounds a game. The fourth starter, 5'8" freshman Sienna Cody, 6.5 points, 4.2 rebounds a game. And the fifth starter is 5'8" sophomore Jadaj Latiker, averaging 2.5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Those are the Trojans. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. In the backcourt, the point guard, 5'6" sophomore Camden Krause, 10 points and 6.5 rebounds a game. The second guard, 5'5" sophomore Riley Heinbaugh, 4.5 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. The third guard, 5'7" sophomore Briley Yeager, 6 points and just under 4 rebounds a game. Then twin posts tonight for Ottumwa, 5'9" sophomore Hunter Caldwell, 6 points, 5 rebounds a game. And 5'8" sophomore Nellie Morgan, just under 7 points, just over 4 rebounds a game for Morgan. Waterloo East has black jerseys, orange trim on the collar and the shoulders, orange lettering East across the front trimmed in white, orange numbers trimmed in white front and back, orange trim on the black shorts, and an orange Trojan logo on the sides of the shorts. Ottumwa in the home whites, red trim on the shoulders and collar, red script lettering Bulldogs across the front, red numbers front and back, white shorts with red trim for OHS. Ottumwa 5-5, Waterloo East 5-9. First meeting as members of the Iowa Alliance Conference. Waterloo East was the last of the schools to be announced for the Iowa Alliance Conference. They are the 11th school. I'm still assuming that at some point they will look for one more to make it an even league. Right now you have 5 teams in the north and 6 in the south. All right, we're just about ready for the national anthem here at Evans Middle School. So the Ottumwa High JROTC color guard will present the colors at midcourt. The national anthem will be played. The colors will be retired, and then we'll be ready for basketball. So as that JROTC color guard takes the court, we will take a 2-minute timeout. And when we return, we'll have the opening tip. Bulldog basketball comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Evans Middle School, the home of the Bulldogs. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Kyle Smith, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. A Tuesday night Iowa Alliance crossover doubleheader as your Bulldog girls and boys take on Waterloo East. Camden Kraus, Riley Heinbaugh, Briley Yeager, Hunter Caldwell, Nellie Morgan on the floor for OHS. The starters for Waterloo East: Grayson Downing, Jalea Stanford, Sienna Cody, Jemiah Caesar, Jadaj Latiker. It'll be Cody to jump it up against Caldwell. The black and orange of the Trojans, the red and white of the Bulldogs. Again, starting early tonight because of how long of a trip it is on a school night for Waterloo East. A very reasonable accommodation. The whistle blows, the ball in the air, the tip is controlled by Ottumwa, and they'll move right to left as we look at it in the opening half. Camden Kraus into the front court, left side to Briley Yeager. Waterloo East in a 1-2-2 zone. Yeager lobs it back right side to Kraus. Open for a three, right wing, in and out, no good, and the rebound tipped out and controlled by the Trojans. Into the front court comes Grayson Downing. Throw it right side, and a quick three on the way is off the back iron, no good. And unable to save it out of bounds is Waterloo East off the miss by Sienna Cody, one of two freshmen in the starting lineup for Waterloo East. Something I'm going to struggle with tonight is normally when we play in East, it's Des Moines East and they're the Scarlets. This East is the Trojans. Waterloo East trying to trap it into the front court. The ball goes to Hunter Caldwell up top, gets it left side up high to Camden Kraus. Waterloo East in a 1-2-2 zone. Left side to Heinbaugh, down to the baseline. Nellie Morgan rescues it. Back on the wing to Heinbaugh, steps into a three. Count it! Riley Heinbaugh with a three-pointer, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs lead early 3-0. Back the other way, Jalea Stanford averaging 11.5 a game. Out to pressure her is Heinbaugh. Behind the volleyball line, dribbles left. Picked up a dribble, throw it right side for Cody. Cody driving in, puts up a tough runner off the glass, no good. The rebound, though, and put back for Waterloo East is missed, but a foul is called on Ottumwa. That's on Heinbaugh, her first. And going to the line is Jemiah Caesar, a 5'7" sophomore. 51% from the free throw line. First one in and out, no good. 6:48 opening quarter. Ottumwa with an early 3-0 lead. Waterloo East at the line trying to crack the scoreboard for the first time. Second free throw, no good. Rebound fought for in the lane. We'll get a held ball. The arrow will keep it with Waterloo East. And Ottumwa has now given up 2 offensive rebounds there. That's not normal for OHS. Stanford to throw the inbounds pass. Hands it in, gets it right back in the corner. Drives in the lane, splits defenders. Shot no good. Rebound to Caldwell. Caldwell trying to get away from Stanford in the backcourt. And throws it across the timeline to Caldwell at the free throw line. Kick it left wing to Heinbaugh. Back near the top for Kraus. Kraus under heavy pressure, hands off to Yeager. Back left, goes in the corner for Heinbaugh. They want to get underneath the Caldwell. Waterloo East taking it away right now. Yeager back in the corner to Heinbaugh. Skip it right wing for Kraus. Up top for Briley Yeager. Ottumwa backs away, 8 on the shot clock. Yeager lob it too tall for Kraus, out of bounds in the corner. Might have had her open for a three with an accurate pass, but Ottumwa turns it over. 6:10 opening quarter. Bulldogs 3, Trojans nothing. Waterloo East lists 10 on their roster, but they've only got 7 players in uniform tonight, so they're a little short-handed. Stanford, throw it left side for Cody. Dribbles back up top. And East wants a timeout. 5:53 first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new Bowler Entertainment System.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Out of the timeout, Trojans with the ball. Drive and a quick jump shot is good. A long two-pointer by Sienna Cody. That's a shot Ottumwa doesn't mind giving up, but East knocks that one down, and Ottumwa's lead cut to 3-2. Trojans with pressure. Ottumwa gets it across the timeline to Caldwell. Into the corner, Nellie Morgan right side. Gets it to Yeager. Briley, a baseline drive. Tried to lob it in the lane. She got cut off, and it's stolen by Latiker, and here come the Trojans. Into the front court is Cody. Throw it right side and too tall for Grayson Downing. Waterloo East throws it away. Maya Norman, a 5'8" junior, checking in for Waterloo East, replacing Grayson Downing. Trojans again set up 1-2-2 zone pressure, three-quarter court. Left side, Yeager. Back to Kraus. Dribbles right, throw it back left to Yeager. Riley across the timeline. Double team comes, gets it right side for Kraus. To the corner, Heinbaugh. Down underneath the Caldwell, turnaround off the glass, missed it, and the rebound to Latiker. Racing into the front court, Julia Stanford, right side. Pull up on the wing, kick it in the corner. Latiker open for a three, off the rim, no good, but the long rebound corralled by the Trojans. They kick it out, and Stanford tries a three. That's off the glass, no good. Rebound to Caldwell. Cody had the rebound, but East missed the second attempt, and now Ottumwa with 4:40 to go in the opening quarter, still leading 3-2. Left side to Kraus. To the corner, Heinbaugh. Back to Kraus, and they'll reset. Left wing, Heinbaugh. Back up top, Kraus. Back to Heinbaugh. She'll try another three. She's got one. She's got two. Riley Heinbaugh with another three-pointer. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Riley 15% from three-point range, but 2 for 2 tonight, and Ottumwa leads 6-2. Latiker, a baseline drive cut off by Morgan. Out to the wing for Stanford. Swing it up top for Cody. Dribbles left, cut off. Gets it back up top to Stanford. Right side for Norman. Back up top to Stanford. Back to the right side, Latiker. Tries baseline drive again. Cut off. Double teamed in the corner. Throws it up top. Rescued by Stanford. 8 on the shot clock. Stanford right side of the lane. Spinning. Throws it up with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Put back no. And this time the rebound to Nellie Morgan. Ottumwa's given up a few offensive rebounds. They've gotten away with it so far. Now up ahead to Morgan running the floor. Splits defenders. Lay it up and in. Waterloo East didn't recognize Nellie Morgan coming right down the center. Nice pass to get it to her. And it's 8-2 Bulldogs. Under 3.5 to go first quarter. And ball kicked out to Stanford up top. Dribbles right. Hands off to Latiker. Back to Stanford on the wing. Trying to drive on Heinbaugh. Drives into a crowd. Hits the deck. Loses it out of bounds. And the ball goes back to OHS. Ruthie Halton, a 5'5" junior, checks in for Waterloo East, replacing Latiker. And well, now East does have another player on their bench, an 8th player. Must have been playing in the JV game. Trojans set up their pressure. Ball's left side for Yeager. Gets across the timeline. Picked up her dribble. Throw it right side for Caldwell. Caldwell looking for somewhere to go with it. Hands behind her to Kraus. Kraus down the lane all the way to the rim. Lay it up, no, but a whistle and a foul. Camden Kraus will shoot 2. They were trying to pressure Caldwell up high, and their inner defense got out of position. That foul charge to Jemiah Caesar, her first, team first. And Kraus going to the line. 46% on the season, was better in her last game. And this free throw is good. 9-2 the score. Kraus already averaging over 10 points a game. That's her first tonight. Gets that free throw shooting up. She could really take off. Second free throw, got them both. And Ottumwa leads at 10-2. 2:55 opening quarter. Stanford into the front court. Ottumwa's in a zone. They go left side for Cody. Cody back to Stanford up top. Back to Cody left side. Lob underneath. Nice catch in the lane, but then falling down and losing it was Caesar, and Ottumwa picks up the loose ball. Yeager crossing over in the front court. And a reach-in foul called on Stanford, her first, team foul number 2. 2:38 first quarter. Substitution Ottumwa. Olivia Coram will check in, and Nellie Morgan will come out, so the Bulldogs go to a 4-guard lineup. Yeager trying to get it in from the far side, finds Kraus in the corner. Dribbles into the lane, and her pass knocked away, stolen. Up with it is Holton. Ruthie Holton into the front court for Waterloo East. Between the circles, right side to Stanford. She'll try a 3. Too strong off the iron. Good box out and rebound by Caldwell. Riley Yeager Under pressure from Cody, gets it into the front court, gets around her, down the lane, cut off, kick it right wing. Kraus tries a three. Count it! Camden Kraus with the three-pointer, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 3 threes in the opening quarter for OHS. They lead it 13-2. Stanford, left side for Cody. Back to Jalea Stanford, right side for Holton. Back to Stanford, left side for Cody. And she bunny hopped on a shot fake and traveled. I questioned that call a lot, but that time she did do a little hop. Grayson Downing back in for the Scarlets, replacing Stanford. Ottumwa inbounding on the side in the backcourt. Trojans setting up pressure. A lot tighter pressure now, but the inbounds comes to Kraus, and now Waterloo East will back off. Kraus shadowed by Downing across the timeline, bounce it left side for Heinbaugh. Heinbaugh back towards the top for Briley Yeager. Yeager drives in the lane, cut off, pivots, gets the shot up, and can't get the roll. Rebound on the floor, Corum's got it, put back off the glass and good. Olivia Corum with the hustle for the rebound and bucket, 15-2. Minute and a half opening quarter. Cody, left side for Holton. She'll try a quick three, air ball, and Corum saves the rebound, got it to Heinbaugh. Riley into the front court. Right-handed dribble, now switches left, gets it up top to Yeager. Coach Vandenberg calls out the play. Waterloo East has switched up to a man-to-man. Ball goes right side for Kraus. Down towards the corner for Corum. Corum trying to drive baseline, cut off, kick it back on the wing to Kraus. Camden around her defender in the lane, all the way to the glass collision, and a blocking foul is the call. Kraus on her feet, looking to help Maya Norman up. Norman tried to take the charge, but they actually called the foul on Jemiah Caesar, and that's her second. And Kraus going to the line to shoot two with 1:01 to go in the opening quarter. Camden 2 for 2 on the night so far. First one is up and good. 6 already in the game for Camden Kraus. Maya Fuller in for the first time for Ottumwa, replacing Heinbaugh. Jadaj Latiker checks back in, replacing Grayson Downing. Second free throw for Kraus. A little too strong that time. Rebound controlled by Caesar, and Ottumwa's lead 16-2, under a minute to go first quarter. Caesar cut off at the free throw line, but a whistle and a blocking foul on Ottumwa there. On Briley Yeager, her first, team foul number 2. East will inbound from the baseline. That'll be Sienna Cody. Into the corner for Latiker on the left side. Pressured by Corum. Got around her. Pass in the lane. Knocked away. And last touch by Waterloo East as it went out of bounds. Olivia Corum got a hand on the pass, and then it was off of Maya Norman and out of bounds. Inbound to Kraus. East showed pressure, backed off. Over left side to Yeager. Riley into the front court. Volleyball line. Throw it high on the right side to Kraus. To the elbow for Caldwell, out to Corum on the wing. Back up high to Kraus. Left side for Yeager with 20 on the shot clock, now 30 on the game clock. Fuller into the high post for Fuller. Kick it right corner for Kraus. Kraus trying to drive baseline, cut off. Kick it out to Corum, 9 on the shot clock. Olivia skips it left side for Fuller, 5 on the shot clock. Up top to Yeager. Riley drives in, throws it off the rim, or the glass no good, didn't draw iron, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Riley got there. I think maybe she thought she had less time than she did and just tried to get it up off the rim, but it hit the backboard and never drew iron. So 11.6 seconds to go. East inbounding in the first quarter, and Yeager steals the inbounds pass. Well, not quite a steal, but she got the held ball, and the arrow gives it back to Ottumwa with 10.5 seconds to go. They tried to inbound right corner to Holton, and Briley got in there and tied it up long enough to draw the whistle. Now Yeager will inbound from the far side. Gets it up top to Kraus. 8 seconds. Camden pull-up free throw line jumper, a little too strong. Long rebound controlled by Norman. 2 seconds, 1 second. Norman launches a three at the buzzer, no good. 16-2, back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the second quarter, or it will be once they get the scoreboard turned back on. This happened late in the JV, or the sophomore boys game. Scoreboard has gone dark, both sides. Ottumwa Athletic Director Brandon Brooks over to have a look, talking to Chris Gravitt, who's running the shot clock, and now it's back on. Ottumwa 16, Waterloo East 2 in our girls' game as we get ready to start quarter number 2. Trojans have the basketball. Sienna Cody in the front court, the right side for Ruthie Halton. Back left side to Cody, towards the corner for Latiker. Back to Cody, tries a long three-pointer. That is an air ball that goes out of bounds. Ottumwa playing a zone and content to let the Trojans shoot from outside. They're only about a 20% three-point shooting team. Ottumwa's not a lot better on the season, but the Bulldogs already have 3 three-pointers and lead by 14. Kraus across the timeline, bounce it right side to Yeager. Waterloo East in a man-to-man. They started in zone, and Ottumwa shot him out of it. Ball goes left side to Corum. Underneath to a cutting Maya Fuller into the corner. Nellie Morgan tries a three, too strong. Rebound on the weak side to the Trojans. Into the front court is Cody. Good ball movement for Ottumwa that time, just the shot was off. Right side to Latiker, back up top to Cody. Back to Latiker on the right wing. Back up top to Cody, over her head, and that'll go out of bounds on the far side as Waterloo East turns it over again. Waterloo East only averages 12 turnovers a game, but they're on pace for more than that tonight as Ottumwa's defense has been stifling. Inbounds goes to the right corner to Kraus. Into the high post for Fuller. Fuller dribbles down the left side of the lane, cut off, kick it out on the wing to Corum. Corum, kick it up top to Yeager. Yeager down the lane, cut off to the right baseline Morgan. Nelly a baseline drive, jump pass left side to Fuller. Dribbles into a three left side, off the rim, no. Rebound controlled by the Scarlets. Maya Norman in the front court, lost control. Ottumwa poked it away, Yeager picks it up. 2-on-2 down the lane, fake the pass, goes too strong off the glass though, and Norman's got another rebound. Maya Norman, a 5'8" junior, has a nose for that basketball. Now Cody driving right side, crosses over, put up the shot in the lane, no, but a foul. And Waterloo East will shoot 2. That foul was on Nellie Morgan, her first, team foul number 3. Sienna Cody at the line, 53% on the season. 6:37 second quarter. Nobody scored in the quarter yet until now, as Cody knocks down the first free throw, 16-3. Hunter Caldwell, Riley Heinball back in for Ottumwa. Corum and Fuller will sit. One more free throw for Cody, the 5'8" freshman. This is a young Waterloo East team. She hits them both. She's got 4 points, and she's got all of her team's points so far, 16-4. Kraus to Heinball, left side across the timeline to Yeager as they beat the press. Now Yeager double teamed on the left, gets it behind her to Heinball. Skip it right side, ball tipped, but Kraus has it. Camden mounts it high post for Caldwell. Skip it left wing for Heinball, leaping catch. East back in that zone, into the corner to Morgan. Morgan skip it right side for Kraus, into the corner Yeager. Briley, baseline drive, double teamed in the post, out to Kraus. 3 on the way, right side, in and out, no good, rebound to Latiker. Here come the Trojans. Latiker into the front court, she's about 1-on-2, takes it to the right side, kicks it behind her to Holton. Swing it left side to Norman, to the wing for Cody. Cody, a baseline drive, a pull-up jumper off the rim, no, but the rebound underneath is pulled in by Caesar and fouled on the putback. Waterloo East is beating Ottumwa to some boards tonight, not something we were expecting, and that'll be the second foul on Briley Yeager, team foul number 4. It's going to get Maya Fuller off the bench. Jemiah Caesar back to the line where she's 0 for 2 on the night. First one this trip is too strong. So Fuller back in for Ottumwa to replace Yeager. The Scarlets will bring back Jalea Stanford. And also Grayson Downing. Stanford's their leading scorer, but she hasn't scored yet tonight. Second free throw, good. Caesar has the first point by somebody other than Cody, and Ottumwa's lead down to 16-5. Pass up ahead to Caldwell, and now up ahead to Nellie Morgan behind everybody. Bulldogs break the press beautifully. Caldwell the assist from midcourt. Morgan the bucket. She's got 4. Ottumwa leading 18-5. Ottumwa does that a couple more times. East will stop pressing. Left side it goes to Downing. Crossover dribble, bounce in the post to Caesar. Pivots, got the shot up over the rim, no good. Rebound to Heinbaugh. Good post defense that time by Ottumwa. Heinbaugh into the front court, double team comes. She gets it ahead to Kraus. Thought about the 3, now skips it right side for Fuller. Fuller back left side to Heinbaugh. To the wing, Kraus for 3. Count it! Camden Kraus with their second three-pointer, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 21-5 Dogs. 4 threes in the game already. Left side it goes to Downing for Waterloo East. Up top to Stanford, back to Downing. Back to Stanford against Ottumwa's own. Right side, too wide for Latiker and out of bounds. Sienna Cody is back in for Waterloo East, replacing Latiker. Waterloo East does now have all 10 of their players here in the gym and the subs on the bench. They started with just 2 subs, but the girls' JV game had not completed. And now that that game is over, they do have their full complement. Kraus had it knocked away in the backcourt. She gets it back, dribbles across the timeline, splitting defenders down the lane, gets it to Nellie Morgan. Layup, no. A lot of contact in there, no foul. Rebound to Maya Norman, and then she's fouled by Nellie Morgan trying to get the ball back. I thought Nellie got fouled going up for the shot. They didn't call that. And then Nellie gets her second foul. She heads to the bench. And Olivia Corum's back in. Ottumwa a little bit of pressure. East gets it ahead to Maya Norman. Nearly lost it on the right side. Gets it back on the wing to Stanford. Brings it up top in the dribble. Throw it back right side to Norman. Baseline drive, and a hand check foul going to be called on Ottumwa. That is Caldwell's first, team foul number 6. Now Stanford to throw the inbounds pass from the baseline. Throws it right side, gathered in on a tough catch by Caesar, brings it up top. Dribbles right, finds Stanford on the wing. Big collision on a pick underneath, no call. Throw it left side for Downing. Baseline drive, put up a runner, counted, and the foul. Grayson Downing, freshman averaging 7.5 points a game, shows off some of her skills, and she has a chance for a 3-point play. That foul on Olivia Corum, her first, team foul number 7. Ottumwa piling up the fouls a little bit here in the second quarter. 21-7 the score. Downing's free throw is good. She's a 76% free throw shooter, and she makes it 21-8. Inbound to Kraus, against pressure up top to Heinbaugh, right side to Fuller. Lob it center of the court, Corum ahead to Caldwell, and the layup good. Beautiful press break. All 5 players touch the ball. Corum the assist, Caldwell her first bucket, 23-8. Into the high post for East is Caesar, out right wing to Norman. Skip it left side to Cody, in the corner Downing. Downing thought about the 3, now takes it. Air ball caught by Kraus, she wants to run. Into the front court, doesn't have numbers, but she's going to attack anyway. Splits defenders, goes up. They rule that was blocked out of bounds. Kraus took a bump there, and they don't call a foul. Kraus looking around like, I got hit, but Ottumwa inbounds from the baseline. Camden lob it right wing for Fuller. Back to the corner, Kraus open for a 3. Back iron, no. Rebound for Caldwell, fouled on the putback, and Hunter Caldwell will shoot 2. 3:42 to go until halftime. That foul is on Sienna Cody, her first, team foul number 4. Caldwell at the line, 43% on the season. Her first one tonight is good. 24-8 Bulldog basketball brought to you by Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat. Substitution for Waterloo East. Latiker back in, replacing Caesar. One more free throw for Caldwell. Hunter puts it up. If it misses, she'll get another one. Doesn't get the back. And a late whistle on that lane violation. Stanford was in the lane well before Caldwell took the shot. The ball hit the rim, bounced high, came back down on the rim 2 more times, finally bounced out. And East had the ball before they finally blew the whistle, even though everybody knew it was a lane violation. Caldwell hits her second chance, so she's 2 for 2 officially. And Ottumwa leads 25-8. Bulldogs pressure, pass up ahead to Cody into the front court. Double teamed on the left side up high, gets it back towards midcourt for Stanford. Throws it left side, and not looking for the pass was Grayson Downing. It goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs get it back on another Waterloo East turnover. Heinbaugh just gets it inbounds to Kraus. Trojans trying to set up their zone pressure. Kraus lobs it across the timeline to Fuller. Fuller picked up her dribble, now goes down low for Caldwell, trying to back down on Norman, got under the rim, too far under the rim, missed the shot, rebound to Cody. Back the other way, racing into the front court, bounce across, ball knocked away, Bulldogs have the steal. Kraus racing, trying to get ahead of everybody. They're trying to poke it out from behind, she gets there and it's blocked out of bounds by Norman. Kraus hit the deck again. I don't think Norman fouled her, but I thought somebody, maybe it was Downing or maybe it was Stanford chasing from behind, might have gotten a piece of her. But no foul called. 3:10 to go until halftime. Kraus inbounding from the baseline. Ottumwa leading 25-8. Or are they resetting the shot clock here? It was at 33. They're putting it at 31. Kraus inbounds right side to Caldwell. Throw it up top for Fuller. Fuller left side to Corum. Into the corner for Kraus. Tries a three. Back iron, no. Rebound tipped out, and Stanford has it. She's trying to get ahead of everybody, and she gets pushed from behind by Maya Fuller. That might have prevented the layup. It's not a shooting foul, but it is a 1-and-1. I don't think Maya meant to push her. I think Stanford was maybe slowing down to let Caldwell go by and get the layup, and Fuller pursuing caught up with her and put a hand in her back. Jalea Stanford, a 60% free throw shooter, and she misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Heinbaugh's got the rebound. Lobs it up ahead to Kraus, front court left side, brings it between the circles, goes right side to Corum. Olivia, baseline drive, gets to the rim, lay it up, no. Rebound to Latiker. 2:43 to go until the half. 25-8 Bulldogs. Long pass into the front court for Downing. She drives in, puts up the runner, off the rim, no. Rebound to Heinbaugh. And Heinbaugh had it poked out of her hands by Downing, out of bounds into the Ottumwa bench. Bulldogs will keep it. 2:33 left until halftime. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. Cameron Pauls will check in for the first time, the 5'5" sophomore, replacing Olivia Corum.
Cameron Pauls checks in for the Bulldogs.
Pauls got some extended playing time on Friday in the win over East. Kraus bounce across the timeline left side to Heinbaugh. In the corner, Fuller. Fuller skip it right side for Pauls. Pauls on the wing. Nowhere to drive, kicks it back to Caldwell into the high post for Fuller. She'll try the 12-footer, off the rim, no. Caldwell the rebound in traffic, goes back up. A jump ball is called. East had a hand on it. The arrow will keep it with Ottumwa. Shot clock shouldn't have reset if that's a held ball. But nobody's saying anything. Kraus goes underneath the Caldwell, shot up no good, rebound Latiker. Well, the shot clock didn't matter. Stanford up ahead to Cody left side, into the corner Downing. Downing, baseline drive, puts up a hook shot, no good, rebound to Maya Fuller. Fuller, her pass knocked away in the backcourt. Stanford has the steal. Fuller went to try to steal it back and was called for the foul. And not a shooting foul, but I think that's going to be foul number 10 on Ottumwa. Fuller just got her second. Maybe it's only foul number 9 as Jemiah Caesar comes back in for East. Team foul number 9, so another 1-and-1 for Jalea Stanford. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 a moment ago. This free throw is good, her first point of the night. 25-9 the score. $1:54 to go until halftime. Second free throw, and Stanford got them both. 25-10, inbound to Kraus. Ottumwa's in a bit of a scoring drought. Lob up ahead, nice catch by Fuller. Bounce underneath to a wide open Hunter Caldwell, who lays it in. East is so determined to go for the trap, they are leaving the center of the floor open. Ottumwa's press break has worked nicely a few times. 27-10, that's 6 in the game for Caldwell. And a whistle away from the ball. And a foul is called, an offensive foul is called. You're saying 14, and I didn't know if he's calling it on Fuller. It's actually on Jemiah Caesar, her third. And Ottumwa wants a timeout here. Minute 36 to go until the half. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Ottumwa girls have 3 players with 2 fouls. Maya Fuller, Briley Yeager, Nellie Morgan. So they are all on the bench right now. Cameron Pauls had already been in the game, and Emma Hunger has checked in for the first time, the 6'1" sophomore, as Coach Vandenberg will try to survive the last minute 36 without 2 of his starters and 1 of his key subs. But again, one of the benefits of that blowout win on Friday for Ottumwa is that Cameron Pauls and Emma Hunger both got some extended playing time, so they should be a little bit more comfortable out there in this situation. Scarlets have some 2-2-1 zone pressure set up. Inbound to Pauls, left side to center Heinbaugh, back to Kraus, left side. Splits defenders into the front court. Bounce it down low for Pauls. Kick it back out to Kraus under heavy pressure from Stanford. Up top, back to Pauls, left side to Heinbaugh. Easton in 1-2-2 zone, really overplaying the passing lane. Skip pass right side, Kraus, 3, too strong. Rebound tipped out to Pauls. New shot clock, out to Heinbaugh. Shot fake, Ledecker almost jumped into her. Heinbaugh cut off, kick it left side to Pauls. Right side to Kraus. Kraus backs away. Skip it left side back to Heinbaugh. Wide open for a 3. Off the rim, no. Long rebound run down in the corner by Caesar for Waterloo East. Under a minute to go until the half. Ottumwa up 27-10. Caesar hands off to Stanford. Left side to Downing. Back to Julia Stanford. Right side for Ledecker. She'll try a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Caldwell. About a 12-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kraus walks it across the timeline. Scarlett's in that 1-2-2. Left side to Heinbaugh. Heinbaugh to the left side of the lane for Caldwell. Down to the baseline for Hunger. Hunger back to the corner for Heinbaugh. Heinbaugh with 12 on the shot clock. Gets to Caldwell left wing. Skip it right wing for Kraus. Down to 8. Kraus, lob in the lane. Caldwell feeds underneath to a cutting Hunger. Oh, the layup rolls off the rim. Rebound, though, tapped out by Pauls, but nobody's there to get it as it rolls out of bounds on the far side. And Emma Hunger, the only problem with that was she didn't have an angle to use the backboard, so she was just trying to get it up over the rim. It hit the opposite side of the rim and bounced out. 10 seconds to go, inbound, back up top, Stanford. 7 seconds left side. Downing tries a 3 and got it. And the score at the half is going to be Ottumwa 27 and Waterloo East 13 as Grayson Downing hits the first 3 of the night for East right before the buzzer. 27-13, your Bulldogs lead at the half. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and begin the halftime show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We are at halftime at Ottumwa High Basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog girls have a healthy lead at the half over Waterloo East, 27-13. Jason Van Arkel with you. Annie Argo, our on-site video producer. Kyle Smith, the radio producer tonight, back at the KBIZ studios. First half scoring for Ottumwa. Camden Krause leads OHS with 9 points. Riley Heinbaugh and Hunter Caldwell both have 6. Nellie Morgan has 4 points and Olivia Corum has 2. For Waterloo East, Grayson Downing leads them with 6 points. Sayana Cody has 4. Jalea Stanford with 2 points. And Jemiah Caesar has 1. Free throw shooting in the first half, both teams were pretty good. Waterloo East was 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Ottumwa fouling a little too much in that second quarter, allowing the Trojans to at least hang around from the free throw line. Ottumwa's been great from the free throw line tonight. 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. That is the best first half they've had from the line all season. Foul trouble. Ottumwa's got 3 players with 2 fouls. We mentioned it late in the first half. Maya Fuller, Briley Yeager, Nellie Morgan, all with 2 fouls each. Waterloo East only has 1 player with more than 1 foul, but it's starter Jemiah Caesar who has 3 fouls in that first half, and so that's something to watch for the Trojans heading into the second half. So Ottumwa, very good first quarter, outscored Waterloo East 13-2. Both teams scored 11 in the second quarter. Ottumwa gave up a 3 right before the buzzer for Waterloo East to even up Ottumwa in the quarter scoring. Now, Ottumwa's defense was very good in the first quarter. A little shaky in the second quarter, and the offense hit the skids for a while in the second quarter as well, although after a 16-point first quarter, they were maybe not going to have quite the same success in the second quarter, but there were a couple stretches there where they just didn't get some good shots up or were a little bit unlucky with the shots they took. I think Coach Vandenberg would like them to be a little more decisive with the passing and try to work around for better shots in the second half. Ottumwa's press break has been really good. I think they've only had 2 turnovers against the press, and at least 4 times the press break ended with a wide open layup underneath as they caught Waterloo East over pursuing to the basketball coming up court. So if the Trojans continue to press and Ottumwa stays smart with the basketball, they could get a lot of fast break points in this one. And it's one of the reasons right now they lead 27-13. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Bridge City Realty. Whether you're looking to buy your next home or sell your current property, they'll be with you every step of the way. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's trusted experts. By Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. and by William Penn University's Iowa Pride Scholarship geared towards high school seniors. Learn how you can pay $7,000 or less per year. Visit wmpenn.edu/Iowa Pride to find out more. Your halftime stats tonight were brought to you by Sonic Drive-In on North 63 in Ottumwa. That'll do it for the halftime show. 3 minutes, and we're back with the second half on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Ottumwa High basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Your Ottumwa girls leading Waterloo East at the half, 27-13. Bulldogs will send their starting 5 back on the floor for half number 2. Camden Kraus, Riley Heinbob, Riley Yeager, Hunter Caldwell, Nellie Morgan. Waterloo East with Grayson Downing, Jalea Stanford, Sayana Cody, Jemiah Caesar, and Jadaj Latiker. Trojans with the ball. As we begin the second half, Waterloo East moving right to left as we look at it. Ottumwa in a 2-3 zone. Stanford up top to the high post for Caesar. Drives left side into the lane. Threw it up wildly. No good. Loose ball underneath. Will get a held ball. The arrow will favor Ottumwa. I thought Caesar traveled before she got the shot up. But Ottumwa does get it back even though they lose the arrow for it. Trojans pressing. Ottumwa has the pass knocked away, stolen by Stanford. She'll take it down and lay it up with the left hand. That hasn't happened often, but that's how Waterloo East wants to get back into this game. It's 27-15. Kraus left side. Throw it right side, no one in particular. Threw it out of bounds into the scorer's table. Ottumwa's turned it over twice without even getting into the front court, and Coach Vandenberg says settle down. This is the closest the Trojans have been since the first quarter. They're down 12. Skip pass left side for Downing. Back to Stanford, right side to Cody. Back to Stanford, bobbles it. Back right side to Cody. Cody dribbles in, kicks on the wing to Latiker, up top to Stanford. Back right side to Latiker, to the corner, Cody, 15 on the shot clock, baseline drive. Kind of pulled herself back, a step back shot from the right block, made it. And it's 27-17, Ottumwa's lead down to 10. Yeager left side, back to Kraus in the middle. Dribbles right, back to Yeager across the timeline. Into the high post Caldwell, right wing to Heinbaugh. Back up top, and another steal is knocking it away is Cody. Having trouble picking it up, falls down in the front court, gets it to Latiker. She's cut off right side. Skip it left side through the hands of Stanford, runs it down. Picked up her dribble though, gets it on the wing to Downing. Downing a baseline drive, cut off, throw it back out to Stanford, right side to Cody. Got away with the bunny hop there, splitting defenders. That was a travel, no call. Shot no good, rebound to Caldwell. There were 2 travels on that one play by Cody, neither were called. Now Kraus lobs across the timeline for Caldwell. Top of the key. Nearly knocked away, and now her pass knocked out of bounds by Downing. Boy, Ottumwa can't even get it on offense. For whatever reason, they're struggling to complete passes right now. Maya Fuller's about to check in, and she's replacing Heinbaugh. 6:10 to go. It's still a 10-point lead for Ottumwa, 27-17, but right now the offense all out of sorts. Inbound right corner for Kraus. To the wing, Yeager. Back to the corner, Kraus. 3 on the way. Count it! Camden Kraus with the three-pointer, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance and Ottumwa. Dogs needed that. They lead 30-17. Kraus has 12. Left side for Downing. Back to the wing, Cody. Skip it right side for Stanford. To the wing, Latiker. Right back to Cody. Left side, now Stanford. Now back right side to Latiker. Now Stanford again. Playing catch on the perimeter. Right side to Latiker. Back to Stanford on the wing. Looks underneath. Trying to dribble in. Pass across the lane to Downing. Kicks it out to Cody. Cody one dribble in. Long 2-point jumper. Off the rim, no. And a good rebound by Briley Yeager. Ottumwa wants to make them take those long 2-pointers. Yeager into the front court, spinning away from Stanford. Now throws it right side for Kraus. Camden picked up her dribble on the wing. Threw it behind her at the feet of Yeager, and it bounces off her foot and out of bounds. Another bad pass by Ottumwa. Bulldogs turnover prone here in the third quarter. They still lead 30-17. But an offense that looked so good in the first quarter and still decent in the second quarter, kind of sputtering here in the third. Lob too tall in the lane, and it's picked off by Nellie Morgan. It was intended for Caesar. Stanford threw it away. Now Yeager back the other way, picked up her dribble way up high. And a held ball is forced by Stanford, and the arrow gives it back to Waterloo East. Riley picked up her dribble in that midcourt circle and paid for it. Inbound to Stanford, brings it over to the left side, and now a whistle. As I look up at the clock, something to do with the clock, but apparently it's been rectified, and now they'll start again. Stanford left side, throws it on the wing to Downing. Downing back to Stanford, goes up high on the right to Latiker. Back between the circles to Stanford, left side Downing. Downing gives it back to Stanford, skip it right side to Latiker. She'll try a 3. That's an air ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Downing. It was off Caldwell's hand first, but then Downing tried to grab it and couldn't hang on. Latiker just a 19% three-point shooter. I believe she's 0 for 3 tonight. Ottumwa doesn't mind her shooting from long range. Kraus to the center for Yeager in the backcourt. Back left side to Camden. Camden across the timeline left side. Drives into the center. Nearly lost it. Bounced to the baseline. Fuller baseline jumper right side. Off the rim twice. No good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ottumwa. 4:26 to go until the end of the third quarter. Kraus to inbound from the baseline. And they're going to, that ball went out of bounds on the right side of the hoop as I look at it. They call Kraus to the other side. That's odd. Now a whistle. Not sure why they stopped play just as the ball is being inbounded. And the scoreboard went out again. That's why. Third time tonight we've seen that, and I think what happened was the plug-in is right behind the scores table, and some of the Waterloo East folks walked right behind that scores table. They really should block that off. And now the scoreboard is coming back to life. It kind of comes back in stages as the different lights pop on. We're ready to go again. Kraus inbounding. Lob, nice catch by Yeager. Big bump by Stanford. They don't call anything. Now the ball knocked loose. Everybody diving on the floor for it. And I believe we're getting a held ball. The arrow favors Ottumwa. But again, officials swallow the whistle there. Yeager caught that ball. Stanford leapt up for it, bodied Yeager as Briley came down. They didn't call that foul. That was a pretty obvious one. Kraus trying to get it in, goes right corner for Yeager. She'll try a three. Off the rim, no good, and the rebound to Latiker. Jalea Stanford back the other way for the Trojans. Still Ottumwa 30, Waterloo East 17. Ball goes left side. Downing's open for a three. Off the rim, no, and a good rebound by Nellie Morgan. Rips it away from Cody. Now Yeager trying to get around Cody into the front court, does so. Picked up a dribble, goes left side for Fuller. Into the high post, Caldwell. Skip it right side to Yeager, in the corner, Kraus. She'll try another three. Off the rim, no. Rebound comes back out. It was picked up by Caesar. Morgan tried to get the tie-up. They called a foul on Nellie Morgan. And that's the third one on Nellie. First foul of the half on either team comes at the 3:45 mark. Olivia Corum was, I think, going to come in for somebody else, but now comes in for Morgan. And Maya Norman will check in for Waterloo East, replacing Caesar. Into the front court, Cody, left side for Stanford. Skip it right side, Latiker. Baseline drive cut off by Corum. Lob it back to Cody up top, left side Stanford, in the corner Downing. Downing drives baseline, bounce it in the lane to Norman, turnaround shot short. Latiker saved it, but it went right to Olivia Corum. Dogs want to run 3-on-3, up ahead left side Fuller. Skip it right side to Kraus, underneath the hoop, has to gather it, too far into the hoop to shoot. Skip it up top Caldwell, right side to Corum, in the corner for Kraus. Baseline drive, in the lane, a lot of contact, shot no good, rebound to Stanford. Boy, they're not calling anything. Kraus got hit in the face there, no call. Stanford, right side to Latiker. Back to Stanford, left side to Cody. Up top goes high post for Norman. The free throw line pivots. Ottumwa trying to grab it, pass deflected. Kraus has a steal. Canman's behind everybody. Norman trying to catch up, layup good, and the foul as Norman came down on Kraus, countered in the foul, 32-17, 2:47 to go in the third. Now, the officials are discussing this. If this foul is on the shot, it's a chance for a three-point play. If it's after the shot, Ottumwa would get possession. They're going to say it's on the shot. First foul on Maya Norman, first foul of the half on the Trojans. Riley Heinbaugh back in, replacing Caldwell. Kraus at the line, 3 for 4 from the line tonight, trying to convert the three-point play. Puts it up. In and out, no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Norman. Maya Norman racing into the front court right side. Long pass left side, down and catches it outside the lane. Kick it out, left wing three for Stanford. No good. Latiker the rebound underneath, fouled on the putback. She'll shoot two. Waterloo East got out in transition, and Ottumwa just a little bit tardy getting down. Olivia Corum gets her second foul, second of the half on Ottumwa. Latiker at the line, just 1 for 2 on the season. Kind of hard to believe as much as she rebounds inside that she hasn't been to the line more. First one is up, and she banked it in, and it looked like she meant to. 32-18. One more free throw for the sophomore. Latiker's second free throw, no good, unable to bank that one in. Rebound to Heinbaugh. Riley into the front court, pressured by Cody. Up ahead to Fuller on the left wing. Back to Heinbaugh up high. Riley trying to get around. Now throws it high on the right side to Kraus, who rescues. Into the high post for Fuller, to the wing Yeager. Down to the baseline, Corum. Underneath the Fuller layup, good. Beautiful ball movement. Corum with the bucket. Fuller with the bucket. Corum the assist. And it's 34-18 Dogs. 2:05 to go in the third. Right side, Latiker. Back up high on the right to Stanford. Left side to Cody. Into the corner, Downing. Back to the left wing for Cody. Dribbles up top. Lob it right side. Pass deflected. Corum trying to steal it. Gets it ahead to Fuller in the front court. Long pass to the right side. Leaping catch by Kraus. Drives under the hoop. Kick to Fuller. Baseline jumper. Too strong. Corum bats the rebound in the air. Ball loose. Still loose. And now picked up by Latiker. And Maya Fuller is going to get a foul reaching in. and that's the third foul on Maya Fuller. Cameron Pauls is going to check in to replace Fuller. 1:40 to go in the third. Ottumwa leading 34-18. Maybe Maya would have been better served. It was a baseline jumper wide open from about 8 feet, but might have been better served to try to drive in. We'll never know, of course. Ruthie Holton is back in for East. Skip pass left corner to Downing. Baseline drive. Tried to feed it across, and Corum stepped in the way. Olivia back the other way. Finds Kraus left side. Trying to drive in. Has it knocked out of her hands by Stanford. Out of bounds. On the baseline. It'll stay with Ottumwa. 1:23 to go in the third. 30 on the shot clock. Bulldogs 34. Trojans 18. Kraus to throw the inbounds pass. Left corner for Heinbaugh. To the wing, Yeager. Right side to Corum. Corum nearly lost it. Picked up her dribble. As it knocked out of her hands again, out of bounds into the Ottumwa bench. It'll stay with the Dogs. Minute 13 on the clock. Yeager inbounding in front of her own bench. Throw it up top for Pauls. Left side to Heinbaugh. Riley skip it right side for Briley Yeager. Into the corner, Kraus. She'll try a corner three. Count it. Camden Kraus is on fire. Another three-pointer brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 17 for Kraus. 37-18 Bulldogs. Ottumwa sets up in that zone. More of a 1-2-2 now. Stanford goes left side for Latiker. Back to Stanford up high on the left. Back to Latiker in the corner now. Back to Stanford up high on the left wing. Skip it right up high for Downing. Downing dribbles up top, back to Stanford on the left. Back to Downing on the right. Downing tries to penetrate. Threw up a wild shot, out of bounds. Did Ottumwa touch it? No, they did not. Back to the Bulldogs. 32.4 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Ottumwa can hold for one, although with the pressure Waterloo East has applied, don't know how easy that'll be. They're showing full court pressure here. Heinbaugh skip it right side to Kraus in the front court. Up ahead to Pauls. Pauls underneath, the layup too strong. That was kind of an awkward shot. Rebound to Latiker. Trojans can hold for one, but Latiker pushes. She's up ahead in the corner, goes on the wing to Stanford. 15 seconds. Stanford penetrates, gets at the elbow to Norman, left wing to Downing. Downing trying to drive. They call that a foul on Kraus. Kraus got hit in the chest. They say it's a blocking foul. It's the first one on Camden, team foul number 4, but there's been a lot more contact in this game, that, especially in this quarter, that hasn't been called. 9.6 seconds for the Trojans to work with. Julia Stanford to inbound. From the baseline, lobs it left wing for Holton. Holton will try a three. That's an air ball caught by Corum. 4 seconds, up ahead to Yeager. 2 seconds, 1 second. Briley sets for a three at the buzzer. No good. 37-18 back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the fourth quarter, Ottumwa leading Waterloo East 37-18 in our girls game. Trojans have the basketball. Julia Stanford over on the left side. Skips it right corner for Grayson Downing. Back on the wing to Latiker. Up top to Stanford. Left side for Holton. Back to Stanford on the left wing. Backs it up to the volleyball line. Pressured by Fuller. Ottumwa in a zone here. They go left corner for Holton. Baseline drive. Cut off. Kicks it out to Stanford. Left wing three. Off the rim. No. Long rebound. Tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Waterloo East. The Trojans will set up their pressure. Officials discussing the call here. Oh, they're going to overturn that. No. That ball was knocked away from Fuller. She didn't touch it, pulled her hands up. And I know players do that even if they do touch it, but a Waterloo East player reached in and knocked that away from Fuller, and they're going to give it back to the Trojans. But that's going to change anyway, a whistle and an offensive foul. An illegal screen called on Ruthie Holton. Her first, team foul number 2, and a little bit of justice there as Ottumwa gets it back. Inbound to Kraus, left side to Yeager. It's man pressure here as Downing pressures Yeager across the timeline, nearly poked it away. Briley picked up a dribble way up high, goes right side for Fuller. Into the high post for Nellie Morgan. Morgan driving on Norman. Kicks it out, and Kraus unable to save it, pass too tall, off her hand and out of bounds. Substitution for the Trojans. Sienna Cody is back in. Ottumwa with some 1-2, 2-3 quarter court pressure. Left side to Cody, dribbles across the timeline. And they call an over and back. I don't know. Her front foot went across the timeline, but for her to be established in the front court, everything has to cross the timeline, both feet in the ball. I didn't know if her back foot got across the timeline. Officials said it did. So they call an over and back. I'm not sure that was necessarily fair to Waterloo East, but Ottumwa has it back. Yeager up high in the left around a Norman pick. Dribbles to the right, or Morgan pick. They got Norman off her for a moment. Kick it out to Heinbaugh, and Heinbaugh called for the quick travel. Boy, we've seen drives like that all night, not called travels, and I've appreciated that. And now Heinbaugh didn't look like she did anything and gets called for the travel. Some weird whistles in this game. Cody across the timeline to Downing, trying to dribble around Heinbaugh, and Yeager just came and took the ball away. And then Briley, boy, I thought she might have gotten away with the double dribble, gets it ahead to Kraus underneath to an open Morgan. She's fouled as she goes up. Stanford came flying across to contest, and Nellie Morgan will shoot 2. Second foul on Jalea Stanford, team foul number 3 on Waterloo East. Morgan at the line, 43% on the season. First one tonight, got the roll. Jemiah Caesar back in for the Trojans, replacing Downing. One more free throw for Nellie Morgan. Puts it up and didn't get the roll that time. Rebound to Stanford. Stanford racing into the front court right side, cut off by Yeager and Heinbaugh. Backs it away, picked up her dribble, goes on the wing to Latiker. Back up high to Stanford, left side up high to Cody. In the corner, and Nellie Morgan trying to get in to steal that pass, commits her 4th foul. 5th of the half on Ottumwa. Nellie's going to sit down at the 6:22 mark. Olivia Coram back in. Ottumwa going small here with both Morgan and Hunter Caldwell on the bench. Inbound to Stanford. 6:20 to go. Bulldogs lead by 20, 38-18. Left side to Cody. In the corner, Latiker. Latiker looking for somewhere to go with it. Bounces it to Norman up high. Goes right side to Stanford. Back up top to Caesar. Caesar trying to drive in. Kicks it right side to Norman to the wing Stanford. Skip it left wing Cody. Cody drives, cut off in the lane, feeds it underneath to Stanford. Her layup, no, but she's fouled, and Jalea Stanford will shoot 2. That's on Riley Heinbaugh, her second. Team foul number 6 on Ottumwa. Stanford at the line, 2 for 3 on the night. First one here left it short. Jalea Stanford averages 11.5 points a game, but she only has 4 points right now. That's a testament to Ottumwa's defense. 5:56 to go in the 4th. Ottumwa 38, Waterloo East 18. Second free throw for Stanford, too strong, but a whistle. And it didn't matter, a lane violation committed by the Trojans. So Ottumwa will inbound from the baseline. That will allow Stanford to put a little pressure on Kraus, who just comes back to the ball. Goes left side to Yeager. Yeager has Norman waiting for her. Back to the right side, nearly stolen by Stanford. Kraus rescues it, gets it across the timeline. Lobs it ahead to Yeager ahead of the double team. Briley left the layup short. The rebound tipped to Latiker. Boy, that was a great give and go as they came to double team Kraus, and Yeager cut down the lane, but she couldn't finish. Cody trying to dribble in, cut off, jump pass out, deflected, and Kraus has it as Heinbaugh tips it to her. Up ahead, back to Heinbaugh, across the timeline, finds Coram left side. Cut off, hands it back to Heinbaugh in the left corner. Now Riley a baseline drive, and she traveled. That one was pretty clear. 5:21 to go. Bulldogs still struggling at times with the defensive pressure Waterloo East is putting on, but Ottumwa's defense has been that much better. They lead still 38-18. Long pass into the front court for Caesar. Drives around Heinbaugh into the lane, got all the way to the rim and laid it in. Jemiah Caesar has her first field goal, 3 points on the night, 38-20. Kraus up ahead to Heinbaugh right side into the front court. Heinbaugh picked up her dribble, gets it behind her to Yeager, behind the volleyball line on the right. Kraus comes and gets it. Between the circles, back left side to Yeager. It's almost still 25 feet from the bucket or more. Bradley left wing to Yeager, and a foul away from the ball on Waterloo East. Let's see who it's on. That's on Caesar. That's her fourth. It's team foul number 4 of the half. 4:49 to go. Caesar will stay on the floor. Kraus, a lob inbounds over everybody's head. Yeager rescues it near midcourt. Dribbles around Norman, down the lane, bounce across to Kraus, and the layup good. Nice drive and dish by Bradley Yeager. Kraus has the bucket. 19 in the game for Camden Kraus. Ottumwa 40, Waterloo East 20. Left side it goes to Caesar. Dribbles back to the wing. Back and forth she goes, now up top to Cody. Right side to Latiker. In the corner for Norman. Maya Norman, skip pass up top to Cody. Left side to Caesar. She'll try a 3. Air ball, and that'll go out of bounds untouched. 4:14 to go. Ottumwa in good shape, leading 40-20. You wondered about this game. Waterloo East has had some good games this year, 5-9. Certainly not like playing Hoover or East, teams that both these teams have beat. But Ottumwa's been, for the most part, much better tonight. Kraus in trouble, but gets it to Yeager. Briley racing to the front court left side, down the lane, all the way to the hoop. Layup, rolls off the rim, no good. Briley just having trouble finishing inside, but Latiker trying to break out on the rebound is called for traveling, and Ottumwa will get it back in the front court with 4:03 to go, leading by 20. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Lisco, Southeast Iowa's leader in fiber optic telecommunications. Lisco of Fairfield. Kraus inbounding into the left corner for Yeager. Briley looking for somewhere to go with the ball, gets it to the wing for Fuller. Back in the corner to Kraus. Kraus dribbles to the free throw line, gets it up top to Corum. Corum will try a 3-pointer, double clutched on it. It's an air ball. And, Heinbaugh tried to save it, was out of bounds and ran into one of the cheerleaders. And she gets up, but she's going to leave the gym and try to gather herself. That was a kind of a nasty collision there as the cheerleader fell back and hit hard against the door. I hope she's okay. 3:45 to go. One of the Ottumwa cheerleaders, again, hope she's okay. Into the front court, Stanford trying to drive in, cut off, kicks in the corner to Norman, back to Cody, left wing 3, no good. Rebound tapped by Caesar, tapped it to Norman, tried to go back up and got fouled by Heinbaugh. Kraus feels like she had Caesar boxed out, and that should have been an over the back. They didn't call that either. And now Heinbaugh's got 3 fouls. Ottumwa's got 7. Maya Norman at the line, only 30% from the free throw line, but she hits the first one for her first point of the night. 40-21. Ottumwa wants a timeout, 3:31 to go. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball brought to you by Reflection Studio next to New Care Pharmacy in downtown Ottumwa. Looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. And by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, your local pediatric provider. Mercy One Ottumwa, your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org. 3:31 to go in our girls game. Ottumwa 40, Waterloo East 21. Maya Norman at the line. About to shoot her second free throw. She made the first. Puts it up. Too strong, and the rebound to Yeager, but stripped by Stanford, and her putback no good. Rebound tapped. Stanford has it again. Triple teamed, and a whistle and a timeout, Waterloo East. 3:23 to go. We'll take another 30-second timeout and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. We specialize in geriatrics, internal medicine, family practice, and we see patients of all ages. We have an entire pediatrics team ready to serve you year-round. We also have quick care walk-in available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. From babies to grandparents and everything in between, we are here for you at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercy1.org.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Out of the Waterloo East timeout, Julia Stanford inbounds to Maya Norman. Skip it up top for Maya Caesar. Dribbles left, kicking in the corner. Stanford tries a three. Off the rim, no good. Norman got the rebound. The putback too strong. Rebound tapped out. Yeager's got it. Gets it to Kraus left side. Two defenders come at her. Back to the right side. Yeager across the timeline. Dribbles to the right wing. Needs some help. Gets it up top. Back to Kraus. Left side to Maya Fuller. Into the corner, Heinbaugh. Heinbaugh with 16 on the shot clock. Throws it on the wing to Corum. Try to go underneath to Kraus, and it's stolen by Stanford. Up ahead to Norman. Fuller trying to catch up. Layup, no good. Rebound to Fuller. Needs some help. Gets it to Yeager in the center. Riley right through the midcourt circle. Dribbles right. Hands off to Kraus on the wing. Kraus curls up top. Back to the right wing to Yeager. Yeager curls up top. Picked up her dribble. Goes left side to Fuller. 15 on the shot clock. Fuller dribbles left, gets down to the baseline, the drive in and the foul, and she'll shoot two. Maya Fuller drawing the foul. That's on Maya Norman, her second. Team foul number 5 on the Trojans. 2:14 to go. Maya Fuller at the line. 50% on the season coming in. Her first one tonight is good. She's got 3 points, 41-21. Nellie Morgan back in replacing Corum. Morgan comes back with those 4 fouls at the 2:14 mark, and Ottumwa leading by 20. One more free throw here for Fuller. Puts it up, and she got them both. Ottumwa's been good from the line tonight. 42-21, doubling up Waterloo East. 2:10 to go. Stanford against pressure across the timeline left side to Cody. Into the corner for Caesar. Caesar, baseline drive. Oh, that looked like a travel. Maybe they called it a Euro step. Stepped around Yeager and laid it in. Jemiah Caesar has 5 points. And now a turnover forced as Kraus lost it into the Waterloo East bench against the pressure. It's almost got more turnovers than they would like tonight, but their own defense has made that just a footnote. Stanford between the circles, left side for Caesar. On the wing to Cody. Try to go back to Caesar on the even, go threw it away. Heinbaugh has it. Long pass up ahead to Fuller. Couldn't catch it cleanly, and Latiker comes back and takes it away, but then Heinbaugh takes it right back. Up ahead to Fuller left side, outside the lane, back on the wing to Heinbaugh. Up top to Yeager. Ottumwa resets with a minute and a half to go. Riley to right, hand off to Kraus. Kraus dribbling left, pressured by Cody. Tried to hand off to Heinbaugh, knocked away, but Nellie Morgan rescues it. Goes right side to Fuller. Down to the right block for Yeager. Underneath, and the pass missed Morgan. Caesar picked it off. Minute 15 to go. Heinbaugh manages to slow Caesar down. Now into the front court right side. Gets it in the corner to Stanford. Skips it left side. Took forever to get there. Latiker gets it on a bounce. Up top Cody. Back to Latiker left wing. Back up top to Cody. Dribbles right side in the lane. Bounce in the corner. Norman rescues it. Out to Stanford for a 3. Air ball. And unable to save it from going out of bounds is Caesar with 52.6 seconds to go. Riley Yeager will inbound from the side near the corner, far end of the Waterloo East bench. It's to Heinbaugh underneath the basket. Trojans still pressuring. It's man-to-man pressure. Heinbaugh called for traveling as she got across the timeline. Okay. 42-23. 45 seconds to go. Shot clock didn't reset. It should have. Now they reset it. Stanford between the circles. Right side it goes to Norman. Let's give it left side for Latiker. Towards the corner for Caesar. Caesar back up high on the left to Latiker. Drives in left side, kick in the corner through the legs of Caesar and out of bounds. Shot clock off, 24.5 seconds to go. I hear Coach Vandenberg call out the play but say no shot. He wants Ottumwa to dribble out this clock. Trojans are still pressing. Fuller into the front court right side. Her pass deflected right back to her. Drives baseline. Tried to bounce it underneath and that was stolen. One more Ottumwa turnover. Cody back the other way. Euro step into the lane, off the rim, no good. Yeager the rebound. Now Ottumwa doesn't even have to cross midcourt. Yeager can just hang on to it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Stanford rips it away and the buzzer sounds. And Stanford mouthing off to Briley Yeager. Come on, and Stanford just shoved Yeager. Oh my goodness, and Stanford just got ejected after the buzzer. And her coach just told her, you don't get to go through the handshake line, I don't think. It is a post-game technical. Ottumwa's players are laughing about it. Boy, that is very poor by Jalea Stanford, and I know she's frustrated. Now one of the officials is calling Waterloo East coach William Muhammad over to talk about it. Another official talking to Coach Vandenberg. That's an embarrassing way to end the game. She's a good player, had a tough night, but she let her emotions get the best of her. I don't mind her efforting all the way to the buzzer there, trying to take it away at the end. But the extracurricular afterwards, I mean, she was yelling at Yeager, yelling at, I think, Heinbaugh, and then just a shove in the back as Heinbaugh was walking away. And Bulldogs will still shake hands with Waterloo East. Though Stanford is just skipping the handshake line and walking away. Final score, Ottumwa wins it 42-23. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldog girls win it tonight over Waterloo East. The final, Ottumwa 42 and the Trojans 23. Scoring in the game, Camden Krause led OHS with 19 points. Riley Heinbaugh and Hunter Caldwell each had 6. 4 for Maya Fuller, 5 for Nellie Morgan. 2 points for Olivia Corum. Waterloo East led by Grayson Downing and Sienna Cody, who each had 6 points. 5 points for Jemiah Caesar, 4 for Jalea Stanford, 1 point for Maya Norman, 1 point for Jadaj Latiker. Free throws in the game, Ottumwa very good, 8 of 11, probably the best percentage they've shot all season. And Waterloo East was 8 of 16. They had a pretty good first half, but were just 2 of 6 in the second half. Game didn't have a lot of scoring in the second half. Waterloo East only had 10 second half points. Ottumwa only had 15. The two teams combined for 10 points in the fourth quarter, 5 for each team. Both teams had more turnovers than they would like, but Ottumwa built up a big enough edge early that their offensive struggles in the second half did not come back to haunt them. And Ottumwa played great defense pretty much from start to finish. So the Bulldogs get their second win in a row, 42-23. They improved to 6-5 on the season, back over 500. Waterloo East drops to 5-10. We hope to talk to head coach Joe Vandenberg about the victory before we get to the boys' game. Right now we'll take a 3-minute timeout. If Joe's up here, we'll talk to him about the girls' game. If he hasn't made it up yet, we'll start breaking down the boys' matchup for you. 3 minutes and we're back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new bowler entertainment system.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.